Hello everybody, I'm Clouditie. Welcome back to Deadloop. So we're off to the where we left here is to choose between to investigate, since we are the detective now. So here I am. I have a feeling about Hassan has some sort of stuff. He had some connections that he told me about it before in the top floor, but I'm not sure about it. It's still hard to explain it to you since I'm pretty not much know English, yet I'm still trying. Zero is that blonde. Cece was my old friend. Jack, that guy, and that's blah 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 and stuff. What I wanna choose is this here is Hassan. Since he's kind of targeting me like, you such a piece of crap, why do you choose me, you want girls and stuff, blah blah blah, and we're gonna blaming him, or we are going to investigate him. You make up your choice. You lie down back in bed. There's nothing else you can do but wait and hope that you'll wake up from your slumber and see the light of day. Hope that the killer won't target you and end your existence tonight. Hope that this isn't the end. You empty your head of these thoughts and surrender your fate to the night. Like Cece said, whatever happens tonight will happen. You open your eyes, just to be greeted by a bird standing outside your window. It seems you survive. You try to get up from your bed when... Innocent. The word innocent suddenly flashes before your eyes. It seems your special rule worked. You've got your answer. A sudden knock on the door startles you. You get up on your feet and approach the door. Good morning, Clouditie. I'm so glad you're okay. Cece came closer and gave you a tight hug. Why does everybody wants to hug me anyway? Cece's smile suddenly disappears. We have a situation. What's the situation? You follow after Cece as you move through the hallway until you reach a certain doom room. You can see some of your companions standing outside the room. The whole atmosphere was extremely tense. Cece gives you a sly nod as you walk inside. A bloody room greets your eyes. You quickly take a step back and look around. However, you can't see anyone in the room. Cece notices your confusion and speaks. The body is not here anymore. Miral snapped it away and gave us an autopsy report instead. However, we all had a good look at the body before she did. It's Jack. Jack is the victim. Why Jack is the victim? The image of a well-dressed man sporting a cool look crosses your mind. For some reason, you can't picture him as a victim. I've already searched the room. There isn't anything interesting here. Let's head out. While trying your best not to step on the bloodstains, you leave the room. It's a mess. A part of me was hoping nothing would happen, that the killer wouldn't strike, or maybe the guardian angel would manage to protect the target. But sadly, the killer succeeded. The only clue we have is this autopsy report Miral gave us. It's not that detailed, to be honest, but I'll give you a rundown. The victim is Jack. Male, age 34, age 184, weight 85 kg. Cause of death, hypothalamic shock caused by severe blood loss. The victim was found with multiple wounds all over his body. 1 wound in the neck, 5 in the chest, and 12 in the abdominal region. Oh. The murder weapon is a sharp object, likely an axe. There were no signs of struggles. What kind of girl would bring an axe here? The report doesn't mention anything else. No fingerprints or DNA or anything that can directly point us to the killer. I assume Miral doesn't want us to know more than we should. Still, the number of inflicted wounds concern me. What do you mean? Think about it, Clouditie. There were no signs of struggles, which led me to believe that the victim was unconscious the whole time. If that's true, then one hit to the head or the neck should be enough to kill the victim. Yet the killer chose to repeatedly strike at the victims 18 times in total. No matter how you think about it, this is very excessive. Why would the killer do that? What do you think, Clouditie? The killer was angry, an amateur. I'm not sure. Why are you asking me this way? If the killer was angry, does the killer angry about the Jack? No, I'm not sure about that. If I think it correctly, it's not angry. It's like some kind of a crazy likes to do it and then do stuff like that. Well, probably he was angry, but mostly not. I'm not sure. It could be it, right? The killer was angry. If it's an amateur, it would likely he or some amateur would totally strike in. You know what? The killer is an amateur. An amateur? That is possible. The killer could have feared that one strike wouldn't do the jobs, so they kept striking Jack until they were sure he was dead. Yep, that's what I meant. This could explain the excessive number of wounds. However, even a normal person would have watched a detective drama or two. If they wanted to make sure Jack would be dead, they would have focused all of their hits on the head and neck region. Oh yeah, that's actually true too. Maybe the chest too. But most of these wounds seems to be random, especially for a target who was most likely unconscious the whole time. Unconscious? What if the Jack wasn't unconscious, Clouditie? What if he saw the killer and faced him head on? Since there were no signs of resistance, that would mean Jack didn't fight back. Jack is a tough guy. I can see him cowering in fear while the killer slashes his body. If Jack was indeed conscious, then there must be a reason he didn't fight back. There must be reasons why he allowed the killer to kill him. But what? What could make him do that? This is going nowhere. When it comes to the killings, the killer has a massive advantage over us. It doesn't matter how much we investigate, whether there's surveillance witness, or at least some kind of evidence, the killer will always be in the lead. Do you get where I'm doing with this, Clouditie? The spatial roles. Indeed, they are our best weapon against the killer. If the people with the spatial rules work together, then the killer won't have a chance. However, that will be a very difficult task to accomplish. No one knows what world the other person was, and with the killer hiding in our midst, the people with spatial rules won't risk exposing themselves. The fact that we're all strangers in this game doesn't help either. Still, we want to survive this game and stop the killer. Then making use of the spatial rules is our best shot. As you continue stalking, you are suddenly reminded of your special role, the detective role. You even used it yesterday. Should you tell Shishi about it? She has been nothing but supportive and affectionate towards you since the very start. If there's someone you can trust in this group, it's her, right? So, should you tell her? How am I going to tell her? Did I even going to do detective stuff? You take a deep breath and decide to. You face Sissy and tell her you have the detective role. Sissy's expression suddenly changed. Why? Why did you tell me? Sissy's eyes widen and she looks at you in utter shock. You stare back at her in complete confusion as she grabs your arms and drags you away from the door. Whoops, that might be a bad idea. Sissy refused to explain her behavior. Instead, she would change the subject every time you brought it up and insist that you should continue searching the school. Unable to get out any answer, you decided to do as he says. Sissy's face was completely expressionless the whole time, but a dark shadow covered her eyes. Something was really off. Before you knew it, it was sunset. It was time for the second round of voting. What? Your consciousness fades off for a few seconds before you find yourself in the cafeteria. You've been teleported once again, and it's not just you. You look to your side just to spot Hassan kneeling on the floor, vomiting all over the place. Yeah, you vomited all over my shoes! Hassan wiped his mouth and faced the room. I'm sorry, this teleportation this makes me nauseous. Stage magic? You don't actually still think this is a game show? Carmen stares at Hassan in confusion when. Welcome back, everyone, to the second round of voting. But Mira, please, you gotta stop this before more people get hurt. I don't know why you're doing this, but this is wrong. This world is goddamn sick. Sick of you, lady. The game will keep going until either the killer or the innocent people win. If you want this game to end soon, then hurry up and receive one of those two possibilities. How about you provide us with more clues and then? The autopsy report he gave us is useless. If you're asking me to take sides, then you're wasting your time, Cecilia. I'm only here to make sure the game runs as faithfully and efficiently as possible. The rest is up to you.
Miral-chan is right. We can do this, guys. We got the special rules now, right? Let's try these strategies from yesterday. If the people with special rules identify themselves, then we can rule out 3 people just like that. We can avenge Baby Jack. Everyone start to look at each other all of a sudden. Hold on a second. You do realize that exposing people with special rules will also expose them to the killer. Huh? Why are you suddenly opposed to your own ideas, Issei-chan? Oh, I get it. You have a special role, don't ya? That's not what I... Oh, shit. Oh, let me guess. You're the detective. No, you're the guardian angel. Stop harassing her, you weirdo. You're only helping the killer by trying to expose her like this. Wow, what's that, Issei-chan? Are you still angry I voted you for you yesterday? That was totally not personal, you know. But please don't, hate me or anything, okay? What an absolute confusion. The cousin became even more ridiculous after that. But they were right. The special rules are a strong weapon against the killer. And you hold one of these special rules. Sadly, however, the person you investigate using your special rule turned out to be innocent. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry about that, Hassan. So you have no idea who the killer is. Zero kept pushing the people with special roles to reveal themselves, but no one did. You know, I can just load this and try to find which is right. But I'm not gonna do that, since we're going to be so determined about this. I mean, what happens if I died anyway? Probably come back to this very start or not. So Zero kept passing the people with special roles to reveal themselves, but no one did. So the fighting ultimately ended with no one being eliminated. Miral letter with a psych reminded everyone of Nightman rules before sending you to the dorms. That was pretty anticlimactic, huh? We didn't manage to vote out the killer, so they still laundered. But at least no innocent person got eliminated around the foot, so I suppose that's a win. They still run large. Are you okay, Kataji? You're not back to Susie? I see. You see what? She suddenly grabbed you closer and gave you a tight hug. Oh damn, another hug. Don't worry, Kataji. This isn't over just yet. The killer might be a step ahead of us, but it doesn't mean anything. We will win this game together. We will escape together. I promise. I won't let anyone hurt you. She gave you one last hug before walking into her room. You watch her leave before going inside your room too. The moment you walk inside, an intense feeling of dread and fear runs through your nerves. The same feeling as yesterday. You approach your bed and lie down. Today was a horrible day. Not only did the killer manage to claim our victims, but you failed to vote them out. Not only that, but you have no idea who the killer is. The moment that ran through your mind. Your special role flashed before your eyes again. That's right, you can use your special role again. A second chance to find the killer. So the question is, who will you investigate? Wait. So the role keep changing when we just always wake up in the morning or back to the sleep habit here. Okay, this is confusing, but might be that way. Yet I'm gonna try to who's K again? I forgot. Let's see. Let's go see my best friend, my besties. She shocked me. After imputing your choice, you turn to your set and drift away to sleep. Protected? You suddenly open your eyes. A familiar bird standing outside your windows greets you. It seems you survived the night, most likely thanks to the interventions of the person with the guardian angel role. That would explain why the word protected flashes before your eyes just now. You stand up on your feet and suddenly... innocent. The word innocent suddenly appears. It seems to be the result of the investigations you carried out last night. Oh! For the second time in a row, the person you investigated turned out to be not to be the killer. You let a deep sigh and approached the door. Oh. Thank God you're okay. What's going on? I don't know. The moment I heard the commotions, I came straight to check on you. I thought maybe the killer. No, it doesn't matter. You're unharmed. That's all I care about. You can hear a commotion coming from a few rooms down the hall. Come on, let's go check it out. Following CC, you approach the source of the noise until you arrive in the front of a certain room. Oh, that's you, of course, that's her. What are you doing out here, Kay? I was asked to give you this. Kay suddenly handed you a stack of papers. It seems to be very similar to the autopsy report you got yesterday. Standing close by, you can spot both Camera and Nas reading the report in shock. Something is really off. Let's just read it, okay? You nod back at CC as you start reading the report. There are 2 victims this time around, Hassan and Zero. They were both found in Zero's rooms with gunshots to their forehead. What? Both of them died? Cause of death, severe damage to the brain caused by the bullet wound. The 2 victims had no other wounds or injuries, and once again there was no sense of struggles. The report adds a few more informations about nothing, but nothing you can really use. 2 victims instead of 1? How can this be possible? I thought the killer was only allowed to target 1 person per night. Oh, shoot. Maybe the killer went berserk? Maybe they don't care about the rules anymore? Why? Why is this happening? You face Nas and the rest of your companion there and say, no, there wasn't 2 killer. There wasn't 2 killer. I believe there wasn't 2 killer. I mean, it's a gunshot. So if it's the gunshot, it's probably like the killer has some kind of weapon flashing before their eyes, and then either they use knives or either they use shotgun. So we have like I don't know, we're 8, so 3 people died. There are me and my besties, and then there is 5 of them. I just met the 2 and 3, and then there's the other 2. Nah, it's the vigilante. The vigilante. You remind everyone of what Miro said about the vigilante role. How if they kill anyone who is not the killer, they would die alongside their innocent victim. The presence of 2 bodies can only be explained by that. Clouditie is right. This isn't the work of the killer. This was simply an accident. The vigilante targeted the wrong person and was killed alongside his victim as punishment. I don't know if Zero or Hassan was the vigilante, but I don't think it matters either way. The truth is undeniable. Are you saying the killer didn't target anyone last night? Oh, you bet your ass they did. They were simply blocked by the guardian angel. Oh, so that night I was going to get killed. Maybe, right? A long silence suddenly filled the room as everyone kept staring at each other. It was clear to everyone that the game was reaching its final stage, the final showdown, the final battle between the werewolves and the village people. So only one question truly remained: who's gonna win? Who's gonna leave this game alive? You spent the rest of the day just hanging on the roof with CC. Unlike the previous days, CC didn't seem interested in searching the school. She simply leaned over while staring at the school from above. A mysterious presence clouded her face the whole time. And before you knew it, it was voting time. Welcome back everyone to the 3rd round of voting. Well, you know the drill by now, blah 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 blah. You will be given time to discuss the situation amongst yourself and then as to vote. Your time starts now. That won't be necessary. Huh? She ignored Meryl's puzzled expression and faced me Nas instead. Is there any possibilities that you would vote for Clouditie? Huh? Is there a way me or anyone in here can persuade to vote for Clouditie? What are you saying, Cecilia? Just answer the question. Oh damn. Something's getting real naughty here. Nas went silent for a second while looking down at her feet when all of a sudden. No! I could never harm Clouditie. I see. Then it's over. The game is over. What? The outcome of this game was over the moment the vigilante made their move. Look around you, Miro. Only the 5 of us remain. Clouditie and I'll be voting for the killer. Kay will be voting for herself as she always does. As for the killer, she will vote for Clouditie. But that won't matter because Nas won't vote for him. So no matter what the killer does, you will never be able to eliminate Clouditie. It's over. This game is over! I see. So you're selling, you already know who the killer is, huh? Cece let out a smile and face you. Will you do the honors, Clouditie? You give Cece a sly nod and face the killer. The Possessed responsible for all this pain and all of this suffering. This is the end for her. This is the end of her madness. You lift your arms and in the air point at... You! It's you! Charmin. What? It's over, Psycho! You have to vote against you! You lost! Wait, please! Please don't do this! I'm not a killer, I swear! Give it up, Charmin! You already lost! Yes, the moment the vigilantes targeted innocent victims. If Zero or Hassan were still alive, he could have manipulated them into avoiding your way. But there, that... Most likely they deemed with Hassan was the vigilante and he targeted Zero, thus indirectly fucking up your plans. I guess he kind of dealt the victory blow after all. This can't end this way! Zero's on her face, that's with tears in her eyes. That's why you can't let them kill me! I mean, I seriously swear! Remember the first vote? I didn't vote for you, right? If I were the killer, then I would have voted for you and gotten you eliminated. You gotta believe me, please! Please! I'm sorry, Charmin. I don't have any evidence that you're the killer, but I'm gonna trust Clouditie. He saved my life. He saved your life? I saved your life too. I'm sorry, Charmin. Give it up, monster! You have 3 votes against you now. It's over, Charmin. You're finished! The whole room went silent as you all fixated your gaze on Charmin, awaiting her next move, when suddenly... Them lady seems happy there. What the hell? Everyone suddenly took a step back as Chairman approached and faced you all. Oh damn, what's wrong? Why is everyone backing away? Isn't this what you wanted? A reveal, a massive fucking reveal. You've got me, I'm the killer. So why are you walking away? Shit. Oh, don't give me that look, Nas. You're the reason things got this fucked up. But what? You're the guardian angel, aren't you? You've been using your special role to protect him since the first night. To protect your little savior, your little Clouditie. If you haven't been such a little bitch, none of this would have happened. You all could have died a peaceful death. But you just had to let your pathetic little feelings guide your path. You just had to be cooked, you sucking... Fuck you, Nas! Fuck you! I should have voted you on the first day. Charmin. You might be an alternate timeline version of her, but you're nothing like the real Nas. The real Nas would never fall for a guy she just met. You're a fucking inferior, a copy, a fraud. Charmin suddenly grabbed a fork from a nearby table and approached Nas. Bam! Stop right there, monster! She quickly moved and stood in front of Charmin, who's blocking her advance. Bang! What's wrong, Cecilia? What's wrong? If you attempt to harm Nas like this, you'll be directly breaking the game rules. Your brain will be fried before you even touch her. Well, but of course, Cecilia, the microchips is attached directly to my optic nerves. The right eyes, was it? Charmin suddenly stopped in her tracks and then... Yep, that's what I imagined before she did that. Using the fork in her hand, Charmin shoved it inside her eye socket and scooped out her right eye. Oh damn. Problem solved. You're a fucking psycho! Psycho? Oh, shut the fuck up, Cecilia. You got around spewing your pretentious shit about freedom and escaping the system. You're too much of a coward to do what needs to be done. You're a fucking liar, Cecilia. You don't care about killing the systems. You don't care about achieving true freedom. You never did. All you care about is... Charmin suddenly points at you. Is the reason you're doing any of this, isn't it? He's the reasons why you're here. He's the reasons you're playing this game again. You never cared about anyone else. You never cared about Minas or about Alex. Alex? You knew exactly what was happening to him. You knew exactly about his conditions, yet you just stood there. You just watched him from afar away. Watch as his body turned to dust. Watch as his mind and soul were enslaved by the system. You just watch like an observer.
If I'm a monster, then you're the fucking devil!
You're not just an alternative timeline version of Charmin. You're her. You're Charmin. You're Alex's wife. Oh damn. Impossible. I am sorry for hiding my identity from you, Mira, but I had to. It was important I survived at a point in this game, so I can save you. So I can save you from his control. Mom? Oh damn! What a turnout condition here! What the hell were you talking, Neural? Serving the system, serving the monster to kill and enslave your father. What would Alex say if he sees you like this? Whatever that monster promised you for your servitude is a lies, Meryl. It's a fucking lies. No, mommy, it's not. I'm doing this for daddy. If I'm almost done saving him, please trust me. I can. Enough! That monster took my husband. He took the only man I ever loved. I'm not letting him take away my daughter too. Charmin! Perhaps realizing Charmin's intention, Cece lets out a loud shriek as he runs towards Charmin. I felt as if time was slowing down as Cece desperately launched herself at Charmin, when suddenly... Oh damn. Charmin launched the fourth strike through your throat. You fall down on your knees as blood splatters everywhere. Oh well. Oh no 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 no! It's gonna be okay, Clouditie! It's gonna be okay! Zizi quickly runs to your sides, doing her best to stop the bleeding. It's pointless. I specifically target his carotid arteries. Why? Don't you get it, Cecilia? The system was never the real danger. The system is powerless without his tool, powerless without him. He's the eyes and ears of the system. Without him, there's no game. There's no suffering. There's no happiness. What did I do? Without him, we'll be unshakable. Unbound, free. Without him, we'll finally achieve freedom. Welcome back, Clouditie. I've been observing you the whole time. Charmin got you pretty good, didn't she? I'm not surprised. She always a single-minded girl. You must have many questions for me right now, but those will have to wait. Your mission is far from over. Not even death will set you free. So get up, Clouditie. It's time. It's time to reloop. You suddenly open your eyes to find yourself in a familiar cafeteria. Clouditie! This is suddenly approaches and gives you a big hug. So thank God you're okay. What's going on? I'm not sure, but if this is anything like the first Null game, then we're back to the start. Back to the start of the loop. You look around you in complete confusion when someone suddenly appears. Good, you're finally here. Meryl? Cece looks at Meryl, anticipating her reactions, but Meryl just gave her a puzzled look and continued talking. I've closed access to the cafeteria to everyone but you two. I'll explain the rules of the game later on, but first, I need to explain your special role. Our special role? Meryl then took a step forward, faced the two of you and spoke. You two will play a very special role in this game. You two will be the... killer. Uh-oh. So there are two killers. Or maybe just one. Hey there, my name is Redacted, and I'm the host of this game. That was quite a reveal, huh? It seems you and Ceases are the killers in this loop. I wonder what's going on to happen next. Anyway, I'm afraid you've reached the end of the demo. It's a demo! It's a demo! The game is fully completed and available to download. But don't worry, the game is fully completed and available to download right now. It's demo! I can take you to the full versions of the Deathloop with click of a button. Yeah, simply click on the play the full versions button that will appear next. So it was demo. It was demo, eh? I see. Alright, so I've checked it out. This is the game, Deathloop Null 2 full game. So if anyone wants to play it or try it to the full games, you can actually go for it in itch.io. That I left the link in the description below. To have this full bundle game, you need to buy the full bundle one, this one, yeah, for buying it all, because I tried to download it right here, as it says, and then just take me to the downloads, and right from here I tried to download the game, says nothing. The game is available to download, but you need either purchase the game or the full series bundle, available now at 70% off. It means for whatever the developer making such a lots of games for about 30 ones and more. I don't know what's that. And full bundles with the OST and stuff, which is really cool. Well, for anyone who wants to support and play it for themselves, the link is in the description and you can find out yourself. It's a really cool games. I like sometimes to just enjoy such a, this kind of games where I can just explore reading and enjoy the sensations of the story that begins with. So, yep, really enjoyable. Really curious about what will happen if I, try to loot and save by the time springs. But I guess I'm just gonna leave that one right there for now. And just leaving up that to you. Maybe in the future I will totally going to buy the bundle and making some full series of this or not. I am not sure, but it's up to you. So, I'm just gonna leave that one right here for now. And I'll see you again on to the next game. You can go ahead, support the developer, and try to finish it yourself. It's all up to you. This is a pretty cool game. It's choice and action and stuff, and maybe some romantical way and stuff, and then find your way to live on beyond it. So that's just it. There's really a lot of mysteries to talk about and to figure it out from here and there, which one is the killer and which I can survive and live. So you gotta figure it out yourself again, okay? I'm just gonna leave that one right there for now, and see you again on to the next game. So hope you have a nice day and see ya!